Alright, so going to do a dark match pitting the debuting Hans Schmidt against the debuting Vern Gagne. This should be an interesting one. Both cards are pretty good, so should be fun to watch. Let's run the match here. On his way to the ring in the red corner, weighing in at 230 pounds and standing 5 feet 11 inches tall. He hails from Mound, Minnesota. This is Vern Gagne. And his opponent in the blue corner, weighing in at 250 pounds and standing 6 feet 4 inches tall from Munich, Germany, Hans Schmidt. So Gagne and Schmidt go at it in our opening dark bout. And it looks like Hans Schmidt will have control off the opening lockup. Applies a front chancery on Vern. Vern is dazed, can't do much about it. And Schmidt uses that the front chancery to deliver some pretty aggressive blows to Gagne's kidneys. Gagne's hurting here, but Gagne able to slip out as Schmidt throws the punches, and Gagne takes him down with a flying head scissors. And Hans Schmidt is hurt there, and Gagne with a big body slam. This is a choice F maneuver, so let's see here. He is not going to try the power ranking. That is a -3. So that would only work on 3 or lower. So we're going to go for a level 2 body slam. This is going to work on rolls of 6 or less. So still not a great chance, but he does manage to get Schmidt up and slam him to the mat. Hans Schmidt, put down by Vern Gagne, hops right back up and gets in Gagne's face. And applies a hammerlock here. That is going to work as he does have the power. So Gagne in trouble here as Schmidt wrenches a hammerlock on him. Gagne's hurt. Schmidt moves him over to the turnbuckle with the hammerlock and then just drives him into the turnbuckle head first. Gagne in trouble here. Gagne's down. Hans Schmidt climbs to the top rope. No, he does not. Gagne has an A death jump. So Schmidt is going to roll up. Schmidt with a blow to the lower back. This is a choice A maneuver, so that's either going to be ropes, which Gagne has an A on, or a level 2 move, 7 or lower minus the power, which is 0, so 7 or lower for a level 2 move. He gets it. So Schmidt with a blow to the back, or blow to the lower back, on Vern Gagne. Gagne's hurt here as Hans Schmidt delivers that blow to the lower back one more time. And 7 or less, and he gets it. So Gagne in trouble here as he eats multiple blows to the lower back. And no, Gagne moves out of the way, takes control of the fight, grabbing an arm and hitting an arm drag and twist. And this is definitely going to work, as he definitely has the agility. So now Hans Schmidt taken over. He's got that arm bar applied. Vern Gagne scoops him up with a body slam again. This will work on 6 or less. And on a roll of 7, Schmidt able to kind of keep his feet planted and push Gagne off. So Hans Schmidt snapmares Vern Gagne over. And Gagne rolls through, pops right back up, connects with a knee lift on the way up. Ignore that one. That was an offensive roll, not a defensive roll. And Schmidt is hurt as Gagne connects solidly. Vern Gagne on the attack here. And he's going to try that body slam again. This will only work at 6 or less. And on a roll of 9, he is unsuccessful. Schmidt once again forces him off. Schmidt 7 or less here, and on a roll of 8, Gagne gets out of the way to the blow to the lower back, and Gagne is in control now, putting Schmidt down with the drop toe hold and then applying a surfboard, stretching him out there. And Schmidt is hurt as Gagne wrenches that surfboard. And they get back to their feet. And it looks like Vern Gagne going to try for that body slam one more time. He is persistent with this body slam. It worked once, but that's a death jump. Ignore that. My mouse is a little too sensitive. I need to turn down the sensitivity on the mouse. Vern Gagne, he's got an 11, so that is not going to work as Hans Schmidt pushes him off for a third time and grabs him by the back of the head and rams him directly into the turnbuckle. And Vern Gagne is down as Hans Schmidt grabs him up again and throws Gagne out of the ring. And the referee is fairly upset, saying that that is not sportsmanlike conduct and he doesn't want to see any of that here. And so Hans Schmidt rolling his DQ. Target is 5, roll is a 7, so he's not disqualified. But Hans Schmidt able to take control of this match, and Gagne gets back in the ring. Schmidt jumps all over him. Schmidt applies a grapevine stretch on Vern Gagne. Gagne's got nowhere to go, middle of the ring, still stretching him out. And the target is 1, so he can't be submitted here. We're going to roll anyway. And Gagne eats a fatigue token there. And Hans Schmidt continues to apply the pressure and wrench that grapevine stretch on Vern Gagne. Gagne's down. He's not going to leave the ring. Gagne's a honorable fighter. Maybe he should have, as Schmidt picks him up, scoops him, and slams him over the knee, and then applies the pressure with that over-the-knee backbreaker. This is a +2 finisher, so the target is going to be 4. The roll is a 6, so Vern Gagne does not give up. But there is some damage done. Hans Schmidt, frustrated, grabs Vern off of the knee and throws him out of the ring. And once again, the referee saying, don't do that. And Hans Schmidt, ignoring the referee, throws him out anyway. And rolls his DQ. Target is 5. Roll is an 8, so he's not disqualified. And he is in control as Vern slides back into the ring to beat the referee's count. Hans Schmidt applies that grapevine stretch again. And Vern Gagne's hurt. And here is Hans Schmidt once again slamming him into the turnbuckle. And Gagne's down. Target is 3 as Schmidt goes for the cover. Roll is a 7, so Gagne kicks out with ease here. And eats another point of fatigue. Hans Schmidt in control here. Schmidt not going up to the top, going to roll up. Schmidt with a big forearm smash on Vern Gagne. Gagne blocks it and takes him down with a big flying head scissors. Hans Schmidt is down. Vern Gagne kind of mounting a comeback here. Gagne with the Gagne sleeper on Hans Schmidt. Let's see. The rating is the same number of fatigue tokens on the opponent. He has 0, is it? And it says 1 through 4. Minimum is +1. Okay. So he is at +1, so this is going to be a target of 4. And the roll is an 8, so Hans Schmidt eats point of fatigue. Vern Gagne in control now. Let's go with that Gagne sleeper. Hans Schmidt gets up. Vern throws the big drop kick and connects with Hans Schmidt. Schmidt going to take a point of fatigue, and he is hurt as Gagne connects solidly. Now Vern Gagne with that Indian deathlock on Hans Schmidt. Schmidt is hurt here as he gets to the ropes, forcing Vern to break. Both men back to their feet. Vern goes in for a body slam. This will work on 6 or less. And on a roll of 8, it does not work. Hans Schmidt coming back. Snap mares Vern. Vern is dazed as Hans Schmidt sends Vern into the turnbuckle. And Vern Gagne able to turn it around as Schmidt tries to throw him into the turnbuckle. Vern able to stop himself and back elbow Hans Schmidt as Schmidt heads into the turnbuckle. Gagne now applies a surfboard on the downed Hans Schmidt, and Schmidt is hurt. And Vern keeps wrenching that surfboard. Hans Schmidt back to his feet there. And once again, flying head scissors by Vern Gagne. And Hans Schmidt is down. Hans Schmidt put down by that flying head scissors. Target is going to be 5. Roll is a 7, so Schmidt able to kick out. And now Vern Gagne reapplies the Gagne sleeper. This is going to be a +3 finisher this time, as there are 3 fatigue tokens on Hans Schmidt. So now the target is going to be 9. And the roll is a 7. So just like that, Hans Schmidt has been defeated by Vern Gagne. So Vern Gagne picks up the win here over Hans Schmidt with a Gagne sleeper. Schmidt would have had 4, and Vern has 3. So that is going to be 7 fatigue tokens total. That is a 3.5-star match. That was a pretty good dark match. Schmidt had 3. Schmidt had 4. Gagne had 3. So there we go. Let's denote that this is a dark match. I don't know why it is doing that. Okay, dark match. And there we go, dark match. That is applied. So now we are on to our normal card. Here we are. This is the NWC's 4th card in year 7. The NWC has just opened up Boston, Massachusetts. We are running in the Boston Garden. This is our first show in the Boston area. It is standing room only. There are 14,852 fans in attendance out of a possible 15,000. So we have got a nearly sellout crowd for our event tonight. Our opener is going to see Angelo Poffo take on Henry Irslinger. Then Nell Stewart will face off against June Byers in our second match. In the third match of the evening, the Dusek Riot Squad, with their brother Rudy Dusek in their corner, will face the fabulous Kangaroos with Wild Red Berry in their corner. In our semi-final, we will see Joe Malcewicz take on Dick Shikat. And in the main event, we've got Ed Lewis will face off against the returning Joe Stecher. Joe Stecher has not been seen in several years here in the NWC. So this is sort of his return match. He is a former world champion and should pose quite a threat for Ed Lewis. So let's go down to ringside with our first match. In the red corner, weighing in at 158 pounds and standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, from Vienna, Austria, he is Henry Irslinger. And his opponent in the blue corner, weighing in at 227 pounds and standing 6 feet tall, from Downers Grove, Illinois, this is Angelo Poffo. So Poffo and Irslinger lock up in the center of the ring. Let's get things started here. And Poffo takes the opening lockup. Poffo throws some wild punches at Henry Irslinger, and those connect solidly on Irslinger. And Irslinger's hurt here. Angelo Poffo starting strong here, sending him into the ropes. No, he's going to roll up. And Poffo grabbing a side headlock. Henry Irslinger counters that, pops his head out, and goes for a flying mare on Angelo Poffo. Poffo's hurt there. Into the turnbuckle, and now he's going to roll up. And angle pick, which I think should say ankle pick. Let's check that. I think it's an ankle pick. Yes, it is. So that's a typo I need to fix. Anyway, Irslinger with an ankle pick on Angelo Poffo. And Poffo counters the ankle pick. Big kick to the midsection. Henry Irslinger catches the boot, though, and drops him with a toe hold. Poffo's in trouble now. Poffo's hurt there as Irslinger applies pressure on that toe hold, and Poffo able to get to the ropes. And Irslinger tries for a standing headlock, but Angelo Poffo easily powers his way out of it and applies a front facelock on Henry Irslinger. Irslinger now able to maneuver his way out of the front facelock. Don't need to see anything on the back of the card there. And connects with some boxing jabs on Angelo Poffo. Irslinger showing that he's got multi-sport skills. And Poffo is rocked by those stiff boxing jabs by Henry Irslinger. And Irslinger once again, big flying mare. And Poffo rolls through, pops right back up, and grabs the grinding hammerlock on Henry Irslinger. Irslinger rolls through with the hammerlock and applies a hammerlock of his own, and then grabs an ankle pick as they get back to their feet. Angelo Poffo avoids it, though, and throws a snap mare at Henry Irslinger. Irslinger rolls through again and grabs a front facelock. This is a choice C maneuver. Agility is 0, power is, so just going to work on the level 3 move, because why not? They're both the same. So it's going to be 6 or lower for a level 3 front facelock. And the target is, nope, that is not the right roll. Target would have worked. Target is 6, roll is a 9. So Angelo Poffo able to counter it with a big knee lift. And now Henry Irslinger in trouble there. That knee lift rocked him solid. Puts him on his back. And Poffo going for the pin. Target is 4. Roll is an 8. So Henry Irslinger able to kick out. And Poffo going for that body slam. This is a choice F maneuver. This is a level 3 move, going to work on the power, so he's going to do that 9 or less. So level 3 body slam on 9 or less. On a 4, he picks him up and slams him hard to the mat. Irslinger's in trouble there. Irslinger is hurt. Back elbow smash from Angelo Poffo. Henry Irslinger is put to the mat again. Poffo goes for the cover. And target is 5. Roll is a 7, so once again, Henry Irslinger able to kick out, but Angelo Poffo definitely in control here. Rolling cradle, choice H, into the ropes, which is an A, or level 3 on agility. I think he's going to try the agility this time, so it'll work on 5 or less. And on a roll of 11 with a severely leaning dice, it does not work. And so now Henry Irslinger in control. After countering that rolling cradle, tries to grab a standing headlock but cannot. Angelo Poffo easily powers his way out of that. And Poffo sends him into the turnbuckle, pushing him back. And Irslinger can't get much done. He just is backed into the turnbuckle with ease by Angelo Poffo, and Poffo opens up on his midsection with some stiff punches. And now, Poffo in control here. Top rope neck snap. He just picks him up and drops him neck first across that top rope, snapping the head back and dropping him on his back here. Irslinger is down as Poffo continues his attack, picking him up after that neck snap and blasting him with a big neck breaker. This is a +1 finisher, so the target is going to be 7 on Henry Irslinger, and the roll is an 11, so Irslinger able to kick out surprisingly, and Angelo Poffo complaining to the referee about a slow count there, but Irslinger not really in any better shape as Poffo finishes complaining and nails him with a big running stomp. That's going to hurt Henry Irslinger as Angelo Poffo still in control here. Big back elbow smash on Irslinger. Irslinger's hurt. And once again, he pushes him back into the turnbuckle. And once again, delivers some solid shots to the ribs as Irslinger just can't get anything done here. Angelo Poffo throws him out of the ring. And Irslinger can't do a whole lot. He just sails out of the ring, able to kind of catch himself before he hits hard on the floor, stands up, takes a quick breather, kind of slows the pace down. Poffo keeps trying to call him back into the ring, but Irslinger taking his time. Poffo jumps on him when he comes back in, but grabs a front face lock, and Irslinger is able to counter it. Irslinger grabs a body lock, tries a body lock takedown on Angelo Poffo, but that's not going to work. Poffo able to power his way out of that as well, and once again grabs that front face lock. This one's going to be successful, and he just grinds away on that front face lock. Irslinger's hurt here, and Poffo lets him go, and then immediately spins around into a back elbow smash as Irslinger stands up, catching him solidly on the jaw. And Irslinger's hurt as he staggers back. And Angelo Poffo, back elbow smash. Once again, Irslinger still staggering. And now a big clubbing forearm by Angelo Poffo. Henry Irslinger just can't catch a breather here. And front face lock is applied. Irslinger down to his knees there, still in the front face lock. Poffo picks him up and pushes him back into the turnbuckle. And once again, Irslinger can't get anything done. The referee steps in between them, and Poffo swings over the referee and clocks Irslinger with a big, solid shot to the jaw. Irslinger falls to the mat, and Angelo Poffo on the attack. Poffo gonna throw him out of the ring again, and Irslinger once again steadies himself, doesn't really hit too hard on the outside, and is just kind of going to take a breather. Finally, the referee gets him back in the ring. He steps through the ropes, and Angelo Poffo hits him with a big running back elbow smash once again. And that's going to hurt Henry Irslinger. Irslinger took a breather. It didn't seem to do him any good as Poffo backs him into the turnbuckle. And this time, Henry Irslinger uses Poffo's momentum to kind of hip toss him as they go back towards the turnbuckle, and Irslinger takes control of the match. Irslinger applies a front face lock on Angelo Poffo. And now let's see, it's going to be a level 3 move, so it's going to work on 6 or less. And on a roll of 11, Angelo Poffo able to counter that front face lock. And once again, he backs Henry Irslinger into the turnbuckle. And Irslinger, not a whole lot going on there. The referee steps in, breaks him up. This time it's a clean break, but Poffo rushes back in to take control of the match. And he rushes back in with a big back elbow smash. And that connects on Henry Irslinger, putting Irslinger on the mat. And once again, Angelo Poffo attempts the rolling cradle. Into the ropes is an A. Agility is a -2, so that's going to make that a 5. He's gonna back him into the ropes. And it looks like the referee is going to have to step in and break these two up, as neither man can get the upper hand. Rolling for initiative as they lock up in the center of the ring, and it's Angelo Poffo who takes control of the match after the lockup and then backs him into the ropes again. And Irslinger can't get anything done. Poffo backs him up against the ropes and delivers a clubbing blow to the chest of Henry Irslinger. Poffo in control once again, back elbow smash. And that's going to down Henry Irslinger. And the target is going to be 7 as Poffo goes for the pin. The roll is a 9, so Henry Irslinger once again manages to kick out, surprising everyone, including Angelo Poffo, who once again complains to the referee that they are counting slow. Poffo gets back to his feet, scoops up Henry Irslinger, and attempts a nice big body slam. Power move, it's going to be 9 or less. So, and on a roll of a 5, it is successful. He's going to slam him to the mat hard. And Irslinger is hurt there by that body slam. Angelo Poffo going to back him into the ropes again. And the referee once again quick to step in and break them up. And the two men meet up in the center of the ring and lock up. And once again, it's Angelo Poffo taking control off of the lockup in the center of the ring. And Poffo once again connects with a big back elbow smash. He loves that back elbow smash. That has been a potent weapon in this fight. Henry Irslinger is hurt as Poffo continues to attack with big clubbing forearms. And Irslinger still hurting. He grabs that front face lock and really wrenches it. But Irslinger able to pop his face out. And Irslinger throws some boxing jabs at Poffo. Boxing jabs are going to connect. And Poffo's hurt as Irslinger going to back him into the turnbuckle here. And Poffo can't get much done. And this time it's Irslinger throwing a boxing combination. Shots to the ribs and the head of Angelo Poffo. And he's in big trouble now as Henry Irslinger is on the attack. Irslinger grabs a neck yoke on Angelo Poffo. And Poffo's got nowhere to go. Can't reach the ropes. This is going to be a target of 3. And the roll is a 7. So Poffo doesn't submit to the neck yoke. But Irslinger in control here. Irslinger lets him up and grabs an arm and throws him to the mat. And Poffo rolls through with it. Stands back up and clubs Henry Irslinger with a big forearm shot to the jaw. And Irslinger's in trouble here. Irslinger's hurt. Angelo Poffo grabs that front face lock and wrenches. And Irslinger in trouble. More clubbing forearms, this time to the back as he's got him in that front face lock. And Irslinger is hurt as Poffo delivers more clubbing forearms. And once again, they connect solidly on the back of Henry Irslinger. And Poffo, out of that front face lock, nails him with a solid knee lift. And that's going to really rock Henry Irslinger. Irslinger's hurt, and he's staggering back. And Poffo grabs him by the head and delivers more clubbing forearm blows to Henry Irslinger. Irslinger can't quite get with it, and he's still staggering as Poffo pummels him again with that big back elbow smash. And Irslinger is on the mat. And it looks like Poffo's going for a cover here. Target is going to be 8. Roll is an 8. So finally, with a big back elbow smash, Angelo Poffo has defeated Henry Irslinger. So Poffo beat Irslinger with a back elbow smash. 5 for Irslinger and 1 for Poffo. That makes it a 3-star match. So Poffo had 3. Irslinger had 5. Oh no. Poffo had 1. Irslinger had 5. Why I did it that way. And so there we go. Poffo defeats Henry Irslinger. And our next match is going to be women's action as Nell Stewart takes on June Byers. In the red corner on her way to the ring, weighing in at 150 pounds and standing 5 feet 7 inches tall from Houston, Texas, she is June Byers. And in the blue corner, weighing in at 142 pounds, standing 5 feet 4 inches tall from Birmingham, Alabama, she is Nell Stewart. And the two ladies lock up in the center of the ring. And June Byers is in control here. So June Byers wins the lockup. And starts us off with a big drop kick. And she does have the power, so that is going to work. And that's going to catch Nell Stewart. She's going to stagger backwards as Byers continues to attack. Straight right hand from Byers. This is a choice E maneuver. 6 or less on agility, which would make it a level 3, or 8 or less for a level 2. I think she's going to go for the level 2, so it's going to be 8 or less. She rolls a 2, so she connects solidly with that right hand, and Stewart is hurt. And now June Byers brings her down and applies a bridging double toe hold. Nell Stewart is down now as Byers wrenches that bridging double toe hold. Byers lets her up, scoops her, and plants her over the knee with a big pendulum backbreaker and goes for the cover. This is a +2 finisher, so the target is going to be 4. The roll of 5. So Nell Stewart just barely able to kick out of June Byers' pendulum backbreaker finisher there. And it looks like Byers is trying to put this one away early. Byers throws her out of the ring. Stewart taking a breather after being thrown from the ring. And Byers now in control as Stewart gets back in. And drops her again and reapplies that bridging double toe hold. Nell Stewart is down as Byers. Not going to toss her out of the ring again. Going to roll up. That's a big hip toss. And Stewart able to counter the hip toss. Stewart backs her into the ropes. And June Byers uses her momentum to roll her up into a pinning predicament. Shoulders are down. So target is going to be 3. Roll is a 7. Nell Stewart able to kick out easily, but that definitely caught her by surprise. June Byers now continues her attack, not going to throw her out of the ring, with some knee drives. And those are going to catch Nell Stewart. She is dazed. And Byers with a big back leg trip, trying to take her down. That does trip her, but doesn't take her down. Stewart just kind of hobbling her off balance here. And Byers once again using that off balance, the balance issues of Nell Stewart to try to back leg trip her again. This time Stewart jumps over the trip and is in control. Tries for a crucifix roll up on June Byers. They are equal in agility, so that is going to work. but her shoulders are not on the mat. Byers able to roll over and get up first, as Nell Stewart in trouble here. Byers drops a big hammer elbow drop on Nell Stewart as she tries to get up, putting her back down to the ground. Nell Stewart is hurt as Byers once again connects with that big straight right hand. Let's see. She's going to try for the level 3 straight right hand this time. That's going to work on 6 or less. And with a roll of 5, she catches her with a real solid right hand. And Stewart in trouble here. Stewart is rocked. She's dazed by that right hand. And Byers going to back her into the turnbuckle. And Stewart can't get anything done as Byers whips her out of the turnbuckle by the hair, of course, with a big, just kind of hair pull throw from the turnbuckle to the center of the ring. Byers on the attack here, once again applying that bridging double toe hold on Nell Stewart. Stewart is down as Byers applying the pressure. Neil Lau is here. Hi, Neil. And Byers going to the top for the death jump. Let's see what happens here. June Byers comes off the top rope with a big crossbody block. That really crushes Nell Stewart. Byers' momentum pulls her off, so she's not going to go for the cover, but that did definitely do some damage to Nell Stewart. June Byers sends her out of the ring. And Stewart tongue twister. Stewart's going to try to take a breather here and slow the match down. Byers drives a knee into her head as she rolls back into the ring. So she manages to slow the match down, but caught a knee because of it. And Stewart's hurt. June Byers, once again with that big straight right hand. We're going to go for the level 3 move again. That's going to be 6 or less. And with a 6, she crushes her with that straight right hand. That is going to be a level 3 straight right hand. And Nell Stewart is hurt. June Byers once again applies that bridging double toe hold after punching her squarely in the jaw. Neil says that June Byers is his ladies champ. She's a tough card. I think she's won my ladies title too. So, not surprised. Bridging double toe hold by June Byers here. Nell Stewart's hurt. Byers once again throws that big straight right hand. I think she's going to play it smart this time. Go for the level 2, which is going to work on 8 or less. And with a roll of 10, Nell Stewart has seen enough right hands to know to duck out of the way. So Nell Stewart takes over here. Big back body drop as she just throws Byers up over her shoulder and drops her back first to the mat. And June Byers in trouble now as Nell Stewart going for the pin. The target is 3. The roll is an 8, so Byers able to kick out, but Nell Stewart in control here. Stewart climbs to the top, coming off the top rope with a big, we'll say she throws like a standing elbow, to the top of the head, like a Dusty Rhodes elbow off the top. And she catches June Byers solidly. And now Nell Stewart solidly in control. Stewart tries for a rolling pin combo. Can she keep Byers' shoulders on the mat? She cannot. Byers able to fight free, grabs the ropes as they roll by them. And both ladies are up. Nell Stewart trying for that running elbow strike. This is a choice F maneuver. 5 or less is what she needs to do to be successful with this. And with a roll of 4, she gets it. So a level 3 running elbow strike to June Byers by Nell Stewart. And that clocks her, and she is definitely in control. And Stewart, once again, big back body drop. Neil is asking, is there a Nell Stewart out? No, the Nell Stewart is from a set that used to be online on Jared, PDF Prime Jared, his board. That is no longer there. They used to be linked in the bootleg archive that Jared had there, but he's taken that down. But that's where the Nell Stewart is from. So Stewart connects with a big back body drop. And Byers is hurt. Now Nell Stewart with a roll through single leg crab. Stewart showing that she's got some moves here. And Byers able to grab the ropes. Referee breaks him up. And as they stand back up, Byers using her Stewart using Byers' momentum to once again throw her over her shoulder with a big back body drop. Oops, I did that. That did not need to happen, so let's remove those. And big back body drop. And that is what I'm trying to do. And that's going to be a pin, so the target is 4. And the roll is a 6, so Byers able to kick out once again. But Nell Stewart coming in strong. Stewart not going to toss her out of the ring. Stewart going to play better than that. Stewart backs her into the corner and then throws a big drop kick. This is a choice B maneuver. Level 2 on agility or into the turnbuckle. Yeah, I guess she's going to do the turnbuckle. And she connects solidly with that corner drop kick. Byers crumples to the mat. And Nell Stewart choking her on the ground. Stewart is getting upset here. That is definitely not ladylike conduct. And Byers is hurt. Stewart picks her up, throws her over the shoulder again with another big back body drop. June Byers hits the mat hard. Nell Stewart grabs her by the hair and pulls her up and then just shoves her face first into the mat. And June Byers is in trouble here. June Byers is hurt. That is not the right thing, so let's get rid of that and roll on offense instead of defense. So Stewart rolls through with a single leg crab on June Byers. Byers in trouble here. Byers able to get to the ropes and roll out to take a breather. And as June Byers is standing outside the ring, Stewart throws a kick through the ropes and hits Byers right in the side of the head with it. And Byers goes down. She's going to take a point of fatigue there. And Byers in trouble as the referee administering the count. She is just barely able to roll back in time. And Nell Stewart is on the attack. Nell Stewart grabs her in a body scissors, reaches around and fish hooks her mouth. And she's just ripping away at the mouth of June Byers. Referee finally gets the fingers out of the mouth. And Byers is hurt. She's able to stand back up, though. And Stewart grabs the leg and rolls through with another single leg crab. And so June Byers. Byers gets to the ropes and is able to stand up, but Stewart pulls her back, rolls through with another single leg crab. And this one is going to be in the center of the ring, nowhere to go. Referee asking Byers if she submits. The target is 6. The roll is a 5. So Nell Stewart, with that roll through single leg crab, has defeated June Byers. And that was a roll through. There is a thing there. Single leg crab. She would have taken another point of fatigue, but at 4. So that was a 3-star match. That was a pretty good one. Stewart had 2. Byers had 4. So there we go. Ladies match is done. We're on to tag team action. We've got the Dusek Riot Squad with their brother Rudy Dusek in their corner, and they will be taking on the fabulous Kangaroos with Wild Red Berry in their corner. So, yeah, they come up to Waltzing Matilda. Going to use this opportunity to take a drink as the Kangaroos make their way to the ring to Waltzing Matilda. In the red corner, accompanied by Wild Red Berry, at a total combined weight of 468 pounds, from Sydney, Australia, Al Costello and Roy Heffernan, the fabulous Kangaroos. And their opponents in the blue corner, accompanied by their brother Rudy Dusek, at a total combined weight of 468 pounds, from Omaha, Nebraska, this is Emil and Ernie Dusek, the Dusek Riot Squad. And so the Duseks and the Kangaroos going at one another here. And so let's roll to see who's starting us in this one. And even, so that's going to be Ernie, and odd, so that's going to be Al Costello. So we will kill those rolls. And now we will roll to see who takes control. And it's going to be Ernie Dusek winning the lockup over Al Costello. And Dusek smacks Costello in the head. Costello is dazed. I'm not sure that it's a good idea to upset Al Costello, but Ernie Dusek knows what he's doing. Dusek, big chop to the throat on Al Costello, but Costello able to duck out of the way, and Ernie Dusek whiffs. Now Costello grabs a sleeper hold on Ernie Dusek. This is what I was talking about. You just don't want to upset Al Costello. And Dusek in trouble here. Dusek is hurt. He's able to get to the ropes and break the sleeper hold. But Costello on the attack here, grabs him again, pulls him back to the center of the ring. Still got that sleeper hold applied. Ernie Dusek once again able to run around the ring and get to the ropes, breaking the sleeper hold. And this time it's Al Costello going to send him off into the ropes. And Ernie Dusek comes off the ropes. Costello puts him down with a big clothesline. And Ernie Dusek in trouble. Costello hits him with the Australian backdrop as he gets back to his feet. That's his singles finisher, correct? Yep. So no tag there. He goes for the cover. Target is going to be 2. And the roll is an 8. So Ernie Dusek, no problem, able to kick out. But he is in trouble here. He needs a tag badly. And now Al Costello with that marble bore leg lock on Ernie Dusek. Dusek's hurt. As Costello gonna back him into the turnbuckle. Oh, that's not the right thing. Why do I keep pressing the wrong buttons? My mouse is too sensitive. And Dusek into the turnbuckle. And he comes off. He hits the turnbuckle hard. Starts charging out to counter it. And Costello meets him with a big kick to the gut. And now Al Costello in control here. Costello, the Greek cross. This is a choice F maneuver. He's going to use the agility here. And so that's going to work on 6 or less. And on a roll of 7, he can't get the Greek cross applied. So Ernie Dusek finally counters and is in control. Dusek grabs the leg of Al Costello, puts him down, applying a reverse grapevine on Al Costello. Costello Gonna attempt to tag here. And he is not able to get to Roy Heffernan to make the tag, as the Duseks are in control. Ernie Dusek drags Al Costello to his corner and tags brother Emil into the ring. Emil Dusek comes in and grabs him with a bulldogging headlock. I'm assuming that that's supposed to be a bulldog headlock, not a bull headlock, but I think that's actually what it's... Yeah, it's printed as a bull headlock, so... Dusek with that bulldogging headlock puts Costello down. The target is 3, and the roll is a 9, so Costello easily able to kick out. As Dusek in control now. Dusek grabs Costello with a big giant swing, and Costello is hurt. As Dusek applying that... It's a level 3, not a level 2. That's surfboard, and Costello's hurt. And now Emil Dusek with the knee to the jaw as they both get back to their feet. That catches Costello, rocks him. Costello staggering backwards. Dusek throws the knee to the jaw again, connecting with Costello again, but sending him back towards his corner. And he is not able to make the tag. Dusek dragging Costello to his corner. Makes the tag to brother Ernie Dusek. And Ernie Dusek comes in and starts choking Al Costello with a big, what looks like a sleeper, but is probably a choke. And Costello in the center of the ring, got nowhere to go. Target is going to be 4. Roll is an 8, so Costello able to get to the ropes to break the hold. But Ernie Dusek, a reverse headlock sleeper hold this time, so really just transitioning sleepers. And Costello is in trouble. And Costello's down. He's close enough, he might try for a tag here. Doesn't get it, so the Kangaroos having some issues getting the tags off here. Ernie Dusek going to tag into Emil Dusek. And Emil with a big giant swing on Al Costello. Costello's hurt. And Emil Dusek with a big bulldogging headlock again. And that's going to hurt Costello. And Emil Dusek going to send him into the turnbuckle. And Costello finally able to get some offense as he counters or reverses that whip to the turnbuckle and sends Emil Dusek off into the turnbuckle. And Dusek hits the turnbuckle hard and just kind of falls face first to the mat, giving Al Costello enough time to tag in his partner Roy Heffernan. And Heffernan comes in on level 2 offense here. And Heffernan with a big surfboard. And Emil Dusek going to try to make the tag. Can't get the tag off. And Heffernan in control here. As they get back up, Heffernan jumps up and delivers a big jumping head cracker on Emil Dusek. Dusek is down here. And now Roy Heffernan not going to throw the Duseks out of the ring. That is a ridiculous proposition. Instead, goes for the big catapult smash on Emil Dusek. This is a level 3 move, but it's a tag move. So that is going to leave Al Costello back in the ring. And he's going to try to tag. And he doesn't get it, thankfully. So Emil Dusek in trouble here after that big catapult smash. And there it is, a big boomerang by the Kangaroos on Emil Dusek. This is a +3 finisher, so the target would be 5. So we are going to see Rudy Dusek go for a distractor roll. And Dusek failed his distractor. So they are going to have to try either a pin save or they're just going to have to take the pin. I think they're just going to try to kick out of the pin. Target is going to be 5. Roll is a 6, so they were successful in kicking out, but just barely. And the Kangaroos are now in control. Roy Heffernan is in. And he hits a big flying tackle on Emil Dusek. Emil Dusek's hurt here. And Heffernan, a leaping chest attack on Emil Dusek. Dusek's down, gonna try for the tag. And finally somebody makes a tag. Ernie Dusek is in on level 1. Dusek grabs an arm breaker. It's a power move, so that is gonna work. But Heffernan able to counter it. Heffernan with a cross arm breaker. This is a choice D maneuver. 8, so that would be 6 or less. He's gonna try it. And with a roll of 7, he just can't get it. He can't get that cross arm breaker off. And Ernie Dusek is in control. Ernie Dusek with a body press. And Heffernan's hurt, but he's got the tag. And he is successful. Heffernan tags into Costello. Costello comes in, grabs a hammerlock. He definitely has the agility advantage over Ernie Dusek. Oop, wrong thing again. Need to roll the defense. And Dusek able to counter the hammerlock and send Costello into the turnbuckle. So there we go. Costello thrown into the turnbuckle. And Costello able to counter it. And Dusek into the turnbuckle. Dusek hits the turnbuckle hard. Comes staggering out. And Costello uses that opportunity to send him into the ropes. And this time the referee steps in as neither man can barely get the advantage there as they're leaning on the ropes. And they're going to roll for initiative. And Dusek takes the initiative and applies a big choke sleeper on Al Costello. Costello's down, but he's able to get to the ropes and leave the ring. And both wrestlers roll DQ. So let's see what happens here. The Duseks are not disqualified. That's going to do it as Al Costello and the Kangaroos have been disqualified as the match broke out into a brawl. The Kangaroos ended up using a chair that they found at ringside to get the upper hand in the brawl. And they sent the Duseks packing, but they definitely did not win the match. So that was Ernie Dusek defeating Al Costello via DQ when Costello used a ringside chair to get the upper hand in a ringside brawl. Upper hand is not one word. There we go. I'm going to say that was a 1-star match. It wasn't quite a dud, but it wasn't really good either. Emil had 1. Ernie had 1. Costello had 2. And Heffernan had 0. There we go. And we are on to our main event of... Oh, no, we got 2 more matches. Man. So, Joe Malcewicz versus Dick Shikat here. And Malcewicz and Shikat. And Shikat making his way to the ring. He will be in the red corner, weighing in at 220 pounds and standing 6 feet 1 inches tall. Hailing from Germany, he is Dick Shikat. And his opponent in the blue corner, weighing 210 pounds and standing 5 feet 11 inches tall. From Utica, New York, the Utica Panther, Joe Malcewicz. And now Malcewicz and Shikat lock up. And Malcewicz is in control as he wins the lockup. Malcewicz with a big flying mare. Both of these guys are even in agility and power, so those will always work for both guys. So flying mare puts Shikat on the mat. Shikat's in trouble. Shikat's hurt here. Malcewicz, a go-behind waistlock takedown. Choice F. That's going to work on 5 or less. And on a roll of 7, that is unsuccessful. So Shikat with a big short forearm punch now on Joe Malcewicz as he avoids being taken down. And Malcewicz is hurt. And Shikat grabs the legs and starts splitting them with a leg split toe hold. And Malcewicz nowhere to go in the center of the ring. Referee is asking. Target is going to be 2. Roll is an 8. So Malcewicz does not give up. Shikat not going to throw him out of the ring. Going to continue to apply pressure on that leg split toe hold instead. And Malcewicz able to finally break the hold. But Shikat going to grab the head as he stands back up and whip him to the mat with a headlock takeover. And Malcewicz is dazed here. Joe Malcewicz in trouble as Dick Shikat continues the attack. Reverse hammer lock. That is going to succeed. And Malcewicz is hurt. And with the hammer lock applied, he's just going to hit that short forearm punch to the back of Joe Malcewicz. And Malcewicz is down. And Shikat going for the cover. Target is 3. Roll is a 4. So Joe Malcewicz just barely able to kick out of that. And now Dick Shikat really in control here. Shikat grabs a body scissors on Joe Malcewicz. Malcewicz is hurt. Shikat going to back him into the turnbuckle. And Shikat is in control here with a big fireman's carry out of the corner into the center of the ring, where he is in control now. Dick Shikat comes in with a big flying headlock and just puts Malcewicz on the ground in the center of the ring. Referee is moving in. Target is going to be 4. Roll is an 11, so Malcewicz able to get a shoulder up from that flying headlock takeover. And now Dick Shikat, once again, big flying headlock. Target is going to be 6. And the roll is a 7. So once again, Malcewicz able to kick out. But Shikat in control here. Not going to throw him out of the ring. Going to roll up. These two are both fairly rule-abiding wrestlers. Into the turnbuckle. And this time it's Malcewicz who gets backed into the turnbuckle, but as soon as they touch the turnbuckle, Malcewicz just uses that momentary bump to kind of push himself out and take down Dick Shikat. And now Malcewicz on the attack. Big hammerlock takedown. And Dick Shikat's hurt. And he's still applying pressure on that hammerlock as he's got Shikat down. And Shikat can't do much about it. And Malcewicz moves from the hammerlock to a chicken wing. And Shikat able to get to the ropes to break the hold. Not going to leave the ring, though. And Malcewicz takes him down with a drop toe hold and applies a regular toe hold. And Shikat's in trouble here. He's hurt as Malcewicz waits for him to get up, grabs a waist lock, picks him up, and slams Dick Shikat to the mat. And Dick Shikat's hurt here as Malcewicz backs him into the turnbuckle again. This is a choice. He's not going to back him in. He's going to let him go. He's going to back him into the ropes, which is not really any better. The referee finally steps in and breaks these two up. And they're going to roll for initiative on a lockup in the center of the ring. And Joe Malcewicz takes that one. And Malcewicz grabs a waistlock on Dick Shikat, picks him up, and slams him to the mat. Dick Shikat is hurt. And Malcewicz is into the ropes here. He doesn't have a choice, so I'm going to back him into the ropes. And Shikat tries to struggle back, but Malcewicz drop toe hold, takes him down. Dick Shikat in trouble here. Shikat. This time he's going to back him into the turnbuckle. And he shouldn't have, as Dick Shikat gets into the turnbuckle and lays in with some European forearm uppercuts to Joe Malcewicz that really rock him. And now Dick Shikat in control here. Shikat grabs a single leg, picks him up, and slams Malcewicz to the mat. Malcewicz is hurt. And Shikat going to back him into the turnbuckle. And Malcewicz pressed against the turnbuckle. Shikat tries for some forearm shots across the chest. The referee finally steps in, breaks these two up, but Malcewicz is definitely worse for the wear. Shikat moves in. Not going to throw him out of the ring. Going to roll up. Moves in and throws him to the mat with a big headlock takeover. And Malcewicz is hurt. And Shikat with a big flying mare. Malcewicz again thrown to the mat. Shikat follows in with another flying mare, so throwing him all over the ring. Malcewicz is dazed this time as he kind of tries to roll through. Not super successful, but definitely took that one better than the last one. As he stands back up, Shikat grabs a standing side headlock on Joe Malcewicz. But Malcewicz able to pop his head back out and grab a collar and elbow lockup. And Shikat wins the lockup there and throws him back to the mat with a headlock takeover. Joe Malcewicz put back down. He is dazed as he gets back to his feet, and Shikat grabs another standing side headlock. This time Malcewicz able to pop his head out. And he's behind Shikat before Shikat knows what's going on, grabbing a waistlock and trying to take him down. This is a choice F maneuver. They're both -1, so 5 or less on this. And on a roll of 6, Shikat able to spin out and get a go behind of his own, and he takes Malcewicz to the mat. And once Malcewicz is on the mat, he grabs the legs and applies pressure on another leg split toe hold. And Malcewicz is hurt here. And Shikat continues to apply pressure on that leg split toe hold. And finally, Malcewicz able to break it. And Shikat waits for him to get back to his feet, grabs the headlock, takes him to the mat again. And Malcewicz able to pop his head out before being thrown over, and Shikat goes off balance. Malcewicz uses that opportunity to get a go behind and grab a waistlock on Dick Shikat. Not sure he's going to be able to take him down, though. Target is 5, roll is a 10, so he doesn't get it. Shikat once again, just too quick, able to steady himself, grab a headlock, and take Joe Malcewicz back down to the mat. Malcewicz once again rolls through and stands back up first. As Shikat gets back up, Malcewicz is already there with a hammerlock takedown. Dick Shikat able to roll out of the way of the hammerlock there, or roll back into a hammerlock of his own. And he's going to use that hammerlock to push Malcewicz into the ropes. And opponent rolls on level 2 offense, so Dick Shikat able to control on the ropes and Drop toe hold takes him down. And Shikat waits for him to get up and connects solidly with a short forearm punch as Malcewicz is getting back to his feet. Not the most sporting of maneuvers, but definitely a workable one. And Malcewicz is caught by that and is hurt. And Shikat hits him again. And Malcewicz once again stumbling backwards. Shikat using that to take him over with a big headlock. Malcewicz is dazed. As Shikat with a body throw. That is going to succeed. They're even in power. So Shikat throws him to the mat. And Malcewicz is hurt. Shikat once again grabs the head and tries to take him down with a headlock takeover. And Malcewicz pops the head out, throwing Shikat off balance. And Malcewicz this time hits a half Nelson hold and slams Dick Shikat to the mat. Shikat is hurt as Malcewicz grabs another half Nelson hold and slams him back down to the mat. And Dick Shikat is down, not going to roll out of the ring. Instead, he is going to get caught up in a double wrist lock by Joe Malcewicz. Malcewicz wrenching that double wrist lock. Shikat able to kind of work his way free, work one arm out, and now Malcewicz only has a hammer lock and uses it to take Dick Shikat down to the mat. But Shikat able to counter that on the way down. Now he's got a hammer lock of his own, and once again uses the hammer lock to pick him up and just short forearm punches him right in the small of the back while holding the hammer lock. Shikat really doing a number on him here. And Malcewicz is hurt. And he backs him into the turnbuckle. And Dick Shikat with some short forearm punches into the turnbuckle. And the referee finally steps in, breaks the two guys up. Malcewicz goes crumbling to the mat as Dick Shikat is in control. Shikat grabs a single leg, picks him up over the shoulder, and just slams him to the mat. And Malcewicz is hurt here. Dick Shikat with a big flying mare, throwing him over. Malcewicz is hurt. Another flying mare by Dick Shikat. And this time Joe Malcewicz rolls through, comes back up, grabs a half Nelson, and uses that to slam Shikat to the mat. And Shikat's in trouble now as Malcewicz going for the cover. Target is 2, roll is a 7, so Shikat able to kick out. But Malcewicz in control. Flying scissor hold by Malcewicz on Dick Shikat. This is a level 2 finisher, so the target is going to be 5. Roll is an 11. So Dick Shikat able to keep from submitting to the scissor hold, but is definitely in trouble here. And Joe Malcewicz keeps applying pressure on that scissor hold. Target is going to be 6. Roll is a 4. So Joe Malcewicz comes back out of nowhere with a flying scissor hold and picks up a victory over Dick Shikat. So Malcewicz beats Shikat with a flying scissor hold. Let's see here. That was a 7 fatigue, so that's a 3.5 star match. These matches have been long and solid. Malcewicz has 4. Shikat has 3. And now we are on to our main event of the evening. The NWC World's Heavyweight title is on the line as champion Ed Lewis faces off against the returning Joe Stecher. And in the red corner, weighing in at 222 pounds and standing 5 feet, 11 inches tall, from Dodge, Nebraska, he is the challenger, Joe Stecher. And his opponent In the blue corner, weighing in at 236 pounds and standing 5 feet, 10 inches tall, from Louisville, Kentucky, he is the NWC World's Heavyweight Champion, Ed Strangler Lewis. And the two meet in the center of the ring and lock up. And it is Joe Stecher who wins the initial lockup. Stecher grabs a crotch lift and half Nelson on Ed Lewis and can't get him up to try to put him down. So Stecher in trouble here as Lewis breaks free and pummels him. Lewis grabs a grapevine and throws Stecher to the mat. Stecher's dazed here. Lewis grabs a front chancery, but Stecher able to pop his head out. Stecher grabs a wrist lock on Ed Lewis. Lewis is hurt, and Stecher turns that wrist lock into a half Nelson and tries to put Lewis on the mat with it. Lewis goes down, but they're too close to the ropes, and Lewis is going to roll out of the ring. And Ed Lewis, using his time out of the ring wisely, just taking a breather, and he gets back in the ring, and Stecher jumps all over him. But he has definitely slowed the match down now, taking some of the momentum away from Joe Stecher. And Stecher going to back him into the turnbuckle. But Ed Lewis able to spin it around and hit a big forearm to the bridge of the nose on Joe Stecher. That was pretty vicious, and Stecher now in trouble. Stecher hit with a jackknife arm scissors by Ed Lewis. Stecker's dazed. Lewis with a big foot sweep, and this is an agility maneuver. He's not going to have the agility over Joe Stecher. So Stecher once again backs him into the turnbuckle, and this time Stecher is in control here. Stecher throws some quick shots to the ribs. The referee steps in, breaks the two up. Lewis kind of stumbles out as those shots connected solid in the ribs. And Stecher in control. Stecher grabs a head chancery and bars the arm here. He's got that pressure applied. And now Ed Lewis is hurt here as Joe Stecher continues the attack. Stecher with an arm lock. And now he applies a body block, taking Lewis to the mat, but taking Lewis to the mat too close to the ropes as Lewis able to roll out of the ring. And Stecher comes out of the ring to try to throw Lewis back into the ring, but Lewis grabs Stecher and body slams him on the outside of the ring on that concrete floor. So now Stecher is there, laying on the outside of the ring. The referee's counting. Target is 2, roll is a 5, so Stecher able to get back in the ring. But Ed Lewis is definitely in control now. Lewis grabs that Strangler's headlock as soon as Stecher steps back into the ring. Target is going to be 3, roll is a 4, so Stecher is not giving up yet. Lewis grabs a step over toe hold as that Strangler headlock does not work. This is going to be a choice F maneuver. Power is -1, so this is going to work on 5 or less. And with a roll of 11, Joe Stecher able to counter the step over toe hold. Grabs a half Nelson on Ed Lewis. Lewis is hurt here. And now Stecher takes him down and is going to try a body ride. Lewis not super happy about that, but not much he can do as Stecher's controlling him so far. And Stecher grabs an arm lock and tries to put him down with a body block. And that is successful. Lewis is down. Not near the ropes this time, so Stecher is going to have some ability to follow that up with a double wing hold here. This is a choice D. It is going to work on 7 or 6. I think he's going to try the level 3 move, so this will work on 6 or less. And with a roll of 6, it works. And Lewis is in trouble now. Lewis is hurt. And Stecher follows it up, getting up from the double wing, just keeping a half Nelson applied, trying to take him back to the mat. Lewis avoids it. And Stecher moves out of that half Nelson into an arm lock and tries to take him down with that body block again. This has been pretty successful for him. And Lewis this time able to avoid being taken down. Ignore that. That was the wrong thing. He needs to roll on level 2 offense. He's going to try to take him down and body ride him. And that's going to work. He's going to put him down and control him with the body ride. Lewis able to break free finally. And Stecher goes for an eagle split. This is a choice C maneuver. Agility is -1, so that's what he's going to do. So 5 or less here. And with a roll of 6, it is unsuccessful. Lewis able to counter the eagle split. And they get back to their feet. Lewis backs him into the ropes. And Stecher can't get anything done as the referee steps in, breaks them up. Lewis launches back into him, though, and pushes him back into the turnbuckle. And this time, Stecher able to use Lewis's momentum to kind of hip toss him to the mat, and is in control here. And Lewis might end up on the mat here as Stecher goes for another arm lock and body block. Lewis able to avoid being taken down, but is still off balance here. And Stecher's going to use that to his advantage as he backs him into the turnbuckle. And that was a mistake. As Lewis gets into the turnbuckle, grabs a front face lock, and just lifts a big knee to the gut, which floors Joe Stecher. And now Ed Lewis in control here. Grabs that bear hug and is going to try for the bear hug power bomb. This is a choice E. Going to work on 6 or less. And with a roll of 5, he successfully bear hug power bombs Joe Stecher to the mat. Stecher's hurt here. And Lewis grabs a grapevine and throws him down. Stecher once again hurt. Lewis with a big double wrist lock. Stecher's hurt there. Able to get to his feet. Now a jackknife arm scissors on Joe Stecher. Stecher's dazed there. Lewis grabs a single leg, tries to take him down. Can't get him down. And no foot sweep for Ed Lewis. Joe Stecher saw that one coming. And now Stecher grabs a double wrist lock. Ed Lewis is hurt. And now Joe Stecher with a half Nelson applied. And that's not going to be enough to take Lewis to the mat. So Stecher transitions to a double wrist lock, a favorite move of many of the old shooters. Ed Lewis is hurt. Oop. I am clicking on the wrong thing all over the place. And Stecher now with the takedown and body ride on Ed Lewis. And it's going to control Lewis for a little bit. And Lewis gets back up, but is quickly subdued with a half Nelson. And Lewis is put to the mat and covered by Joe Stecher. And the target is going to be 2. The roll is a 9, so Lewis easily able to kick out. But Stecher in control here. And Stecher grabs an arm bar and a crossface on Ed Lewis. Lewis is down, but is able to leave the ring. And once again, Stecher makes the mistake of following Lewis out of the ring. This time, Lewis charges him and puts him down with a big clothesline type maneuver, laying Stecher out on the outside of the ring. So Stecher once again going to roll in his count out. Target is 4, roll is a 10, so he's not counted out. But Ed Lewis now in control. Step over toe hold, choice F. This is going to work on 5 or less. And with a roll of 8, Stecher is able to avoid the step over toe hold. He's going to try the eagle split, though. And this is going to work on a 5 or less. And with a roll of 4, he is able to get it. The eagle split on Ed Lewis. And Lewis is hurt there. Double wrist lock is applied after Lewis breaks the eagle split. And Ed Lewis able to counter that double wrist lock like it was nothing. Lewis goes for a grapevine and throw on Joe Stecher, throwing him to the mat, and now pushing him back into the ropes. And Stecher can't get anything done on the ropes, so Ed Lewis able to get a couple of shots in and keep control of the match. Jackknife arm scissors on Joe Stecher here. Stecher's dazed. And there's a head scissors, and that will work as he does have the power. And that's going to hurt Stecher. And a grapevine and throw by Ed Lewis. Throwing him to the mat. Stecher's dazed. And Lewis with a big sucker punch on Joe Stecher. Stecher saw it coming. Wasn't as much of a sucker punch as we all thought. Stecher ducks out of the way, grabs a half Nelson, and really tries to ride Lewis to the ground. But Lewis not having it. Joe Stecher lets go, keeps the arm though, grabs the arm lock, and it tries for that body block. Lewis not going down. And Stecher tries to back him into the turnbuckle. And Ed Lewis turns it around and once again plants the forearm to the nose of Joe Stecher. Lewis now grabbing that double wrist lock. And Stecher's hurt. Now Lewis into the ropes. And Stecher can't get anything done. Lewis really doesn't get much done. Referee steps in, breaks him up. Lewis quick to move back in with the jackknife arm scissors. Stecher's hurt here. And Lewis grabs a double wrist lock on Joe Stecher. Stecher's down. Stecher not going to leave the ring. Stecher's going to fight through it. He's a fighting kind of guy. And Ed Lewis instead going to throw him out of the ring. And Stecher's mad. Stecher grabs Lewis by the legs and pulls him out of the ring. And Lewis is backed into the turnbuckle post, back first by Joe Stecher. The referee warning Stecher now that he can't use the ring as a weapon. And target is going to be 4. Roll is a 7, so Stecher not disqualified. And Stecher on the attack here. Double wing hold. This is a choice D maneuver. And it's going to work on 8. Nope. We're going to do the agility. So 7 or less. Nope, that's not the right thing. 7 or less. And with a roll of 5, that is successful. That is a level 2 move, though. So Lewis is hurt. And Stecher grabs that half Nelson again. Trying to control Ed Lewis, but can't really get him down. And take down a body ride here. And no, Ed Lewis able to counter that. He's going to hit a head scissors. That's going to work. That brings Stecher to the mat. Stecher able to pop out, but Lewis is already up. Throwing rabbit punches at Joe Stecher. Those hit. Stecher's left dazed. Single leg takedown by Ed Lewis. Once again, Stecher not going down, but leaves him off balance. So Lewis shoots in again, tries for that single leg. This time Stecher stuffs the attempt, grabs an arm lock, and tries for a body block to put Lewis on the mat. And Lewis able to avoid being taken down. Stecher grabs the leg, trips out the other one, and goes for that eagle split again. This is a choice C maneuver. This is going to be 5 or less. And with a roll of 9, he can't get it. So Lewis backs Stecher into the turnbuckle and hits him with some forearm shots right up under the solar plexus there. knocking the wind out of Joe Stecher. And Lewis is on the attack. Lewis grabs the Strangler's headlock. Target is going to be 5. Roll is a 12, so Stecher able to kick out or break free. But Lewis still on the attack here. Lewis once again tries that step over toe hold. I don't know why he keeps trying that after the Strangler's headlock, but he does. Level 2, agility, -1, so 5 or less, and he doesn't get it. So Stecher once again grabs the half Nelson, and this is going to bring Ed Lewis down to the mat with that half Nelson. Joe Stecher now in control. Choice D. This is going to be... He's going to try this, so it's going to be 6 or less. And with a roll of 6, he is successful. But Ed Lewis able to force his way back to his feet. And Stecher trips him back to the mat and applies that eagle split. This is going to be 5 or less. And with a roll of 5, he is successful there too. And Lewis in trouble now as Stecher really wrenching that eagle split. The referee comes in to ask him if he gives up. The target is 3. The roll is a 9, so Ed Lewis not giving up. And Joe Stecher applies a scissor hold with Lewis on the ground. That is going to be a +1 finisher, so the target is now 5. The roll is a 10. So once again, Lewis not going to give up. But Joe Stecher in solid control here. Stecher has Lewis down, grabs an arm bar, grabs the crossface, and really starts just kind of wrenching away on Ed Lewis. And Lewis is in trouble here. Target is 5. Roll is a 7. So Lewis, once again, able to break free. Doesn't give up. But Joe Stecher showing that he is a tough, tough guy. Stecher applying that scissor hold again. This is a +1 maneuver, or a +1 finisher. So the target is going to be 7. The roll is an 8. So Ed Lewis kicks out again. Or breaks free again. And Stecher is now getting frustrated as he reapplies the scissor hold. Target is 8. Roll is a 10. Ed Lewis just will not give up. Joe Stecher. There is a double wing hold. 6 or less. And with a roll of 6, he gets it. And Lewis rolls his pin again. So double wing hold applied. Target is going to be 8. Roll is a 2. So just like that, Ed Lewis submits to a double wing hold. And we have a new NWC World Heavyweight Champion in Joe Stecher. So Stecher has defeated Ed Lewis with a double wing hold. Lewis would have had one more, so 7 and 4, that's 11. So that's a 5-star match. We're going to go ahead and say that that is a legitimate 5-star match. Lewis had 7. Stecher had 4. And we'll add this. World's Heavyweight title. And then you do, it needs to be I first, and then we close the bolt. So there we go. And that is our card, folks. That was a pretty good one. All of the matches were really solid, except for maybe the tag team match. Let's go look at the reign of Ed Lewis. This has been changing hands kind of quick. Burns had no defenses. Then Lewis had no defenses. Oh, good Lord. I'm going to have to change that. Edit. All right, well, I'll fix that some other time. For some reason, the date always sets to the latest date, and I don't know why. It's probably because this card was set to the latest date, or to today's date. Let's see. Yep. So this should be... This won't fix it, unfortunately. Once it's already in there, it's kind of a pain to fix. This is going to be April, and the cards are always on the 1st of year 7. And then we save event details, and now that should be correct. Yep. Okay. So yeah, I'll fix this stuff. Oh, Mark Bain is here. Welcome, except that we're done now. Don't know if you caught any of it, but if not, the replay will be available. I need to get to making some dinner here. So y'all have a good weekend, and I will see y'all later.